This is part 3 of the 4-part mini course on how to use Cursor AI to build a custom wiggle panel for Adobe After Effects. In this part 3, we're going to pick up where we left in part 2 and make the wiggle button actually add the wiggle expression to any selected property in After Effects. Let's open our project folder in Cursor. To do so, just open Cursor, click on the Open Project button, or go to the top menu, click on File, Open Folder, navigate to your project folder, select it, click Open. If you're not seeing anything in the middle main editor, just go over to the left Explorer bar, twirl open the project folder, and just select whatever it is that you want to view. Just as an FYI, if you ever want to close your folder and get back to that main window where you see the 3 buttons so you can open or clone the repo, if you go to the File menu, you'll see you can actually just close a folder. And once you do that, it's going to go back to that default screen. Then you can just click Open Project, navigate to your project folder, select it, click Open. Good to go. So this code in the center, this is our current panel that we have in After Effects that has the wiggle button that it's not working. So now we're going to tell Cursor to modify this code to make the wiggle button work on our panel. So let's clear out this chat panel and create a new chat. So I'm going to go in the top right corner and click on the little plus icon. And now we're ready. We can either type out a new prompt and just tell Cursor what we want it to do to this code, or in my case, I had already created a prompt using ChatGPT, pretty basic. I'm telling it that I want it to update the script that it already created, and when you click on the wiggle button, apply an expression with the values 5 and 20 to any selected property. If no property is selected, show an alert saying, please select a property first. So I'm going to copy it, Command or Control C. I'll go back into Cursor. I'm going to paste it into the chat window. I can click Send or just tap Enter or Return. Cursor's going to look at the code. It's telling me what it's doing over here. So it's really kind of interesting to watch what it's putting down here. You can see it's entering the code. Remember, when you see green highlighted code, that is new code that has been added. And we're not seeing any red highlighted code, so it didn't delete, or it's not going to delete anything from the existing code. It's only adding to it. So over in the chat panel, it is telling me how it modified the existing code, and it's also telling me what the script is going to do in After Effects. So since only one little block of code has been added, I can click Accept here, or if you click Accept File at the bottom, it's going to accept all changes that were made. So I'll just click down here at the bottom. Now our .jsx file has been updated. We're going to go to the project folder, but before we do that, just check and make sure that After Effects is closed. When you're adding things like scripts, it's a good idea that After Effects is closed, and each time you make changes, you're always going to want to quit After Effects and restart it. I'll open our project folder, open the dev folder. There's our myaetools.jsx file. Cursor is not creating new files. It is just saving over this original file every time we accept the changes. So now in step 2, we made a duplicate of this and dragged the duplicate into ScriptUI. But from now on, since we already have our .jsx file in the right place in the ScriptUI's panel, we're no longer going to drag new versions. We're just simply going to copy the original and paste it over this and just overwrite it each time. So each time we're basically just replacing this file with new code. And then when we open up After Effects is just looking at the new coded file. So any changes to the file are going to update in After Effects. Okay? So every time we make a change, this is in our project folder. We're going to copy this. Command or Control C to copy it. I'll go into the folder. I'm just going to paste it. Command or Control V. I'm going to get a pop-up asking me, I do want to replace it, and I'm going to replace it. I will have to put in my Mac password each time. So now we have a new version in the ScriptUI's panel. So now let's see if it works. Open After Effects. Our panel is still open from the last session. We've got the wiggle button. It looks the same. Create a new composition. Click OK. Go to the Shape tool. This time I'll select an ellipse. Click, drag, hold the Shift key. I'll select our shape layer. I'll tap P for the position property. Click on the position property. Click on the wiggle button. When I click the wiggle button, the values should turn red, indicating that we added an expression. So here we go. Wiggle, turned red, looking good. If I tap the spacebar, we have wiggle. Very cool. And if I tap EE, remember our default values that we added were 5 and 20. So if I tap EE, we should see wiggle 520. Perfect. Everything appears to be working. How amazing is that? Remember in our prompt, I said if no property is selected, show an alert saying, please select a property first. So let's test that functionality out. I have nothing selected. I'm going to click the wiggle button. Please select a property first. Very cool. I just realized that my screen recording was off for a second, but all I did was went back into Cursor. I clicked the plus to clear the chat, and then I just entered, thank you. The panel is working perfectly. I don't know about you, but I'm very polite and friendly to the chat assistants. It's probably because I am petrified that one day ChatGPT is going to cut me off and basically say, buddy, you asked me to do too much. You see, Cursor appreciates it. Cursor says, I am glad to hear that the panel is working perfectly! Exclamation mark. And it goes on to tell me what the script is doing, what the wiggle expression is doing. And at the bottom, it's also offering suggestions telling me how I can improve the panel. And right on cue. The first bullet point suggestion from Cursor on how we could enhance our wiggle panel is to add more wiggle controls, frequency and amplitude inputs. That is exactly what we are going to do in the next and last part 4. We are going to add some sliders for the frequency and amplitude and some number inputs so we can manually enter in values. So this is the end of part 3. And just to recap exactly where we stand right now with the wiggle panel in After Effects. We have this dockable panel called My AE Tools. We can dock and undock it. We can always access it in the window menu. Click to redock it anywhere you want in the interface. So at the beginning of this part 3, or at the end of part 2, we had the wiggle button, but when you clicked it, it did nothing. But now at the end of part 3, if we click the button, we're going to get an error telling us you must first select a property first. So now what you need to do is just select any property. So I'll tap R for rotation. Make sure you select the property, and now when you click on the wiggle button, you see the values turn red, indicating that there's now an expression on that property. And if I tap EE to reveal all expressions, we now have the wiggle expression of 520, which is the default value. So now we have it on the position and the rotation property. And if I tap the spacebar, we have wiggle. This is the end of part 3. And in the last part 4, we are going to add some additional functionality to our wiggle panel, such as sliders and number inputs for the frequency and amplitude of the wiggle expression. So I'll see you in the last lesson, part 4.